Alright, welcome back to AirCrete Creations. Alright, so we made some mud. We're going to fill in the grooves on the back side. If you don't cut the blocks tight fit, you'll have little grooves. And before you put the wrap around it, you got to fill in the grooves, and then we're going to sand it down. So what I did was I made a bucket of mud, and the mud is made out of this bonding agent. You do 8 ounces of bonding agent and 9 parts water. And you mix it into a separate container. And then for each bucket of mud, you're going to use 1.5 quarts of the milk. Dump it in there with 4 quarts of Portland cement, and then you mix it up in the bucket, and then you fill it up with foam halfway up in the bucket, and then so you get a half a bucket of mortar mix. And it's a little wet. So what I do is I laid it across the whole edge here. And then when it starts getting thickens up, then I take it with my hands and then I'll fill it in the grooves. And then we're gonna go back around it after we're done and sand it down, and then that's when we're gonna wrap it, and then we'll work our way up. All right, so when this stuff starts to dry a little, we're gonna take it and we're gonna smush it in the cracks. And once you get it in the cracks, because when we wrap over the top of this, we want a smooth surface. So every time you get a crack in there, you're gonna want to fill it with mud the best you can. But like I said, you're going to wrap this, and then it's going to have stucco over the top of it anyway, so.
It's gotta be half that. You know what I mean? As long as that stuff goes over the top of it, it ain't no big deal.
You know. It's mushier, so when it dries, the handle, it's good. Okay. All right, we're gonna make. Okay, so you got the bonding agent. Now this is what you're gonna use for the mortar mix and to put the polyester wrap around the dome. So you're gonna make. You're gonna take this and you're gonna water it down. You're gonna take 8 ounces of the bonding agent. So you measure it out in your cup at about 8 ounces. And then you're going to take your container and you pour it in. And now you're going to just take water. You're going to take plain old water, and you're going to make 8 more times this, so you'd say 72 more ounces to fill up this jug, which is roughly right at this line. And then this is your milk for the mix, and then that's what you're going to use. You're going to take 1.5 of these for each 4 cups of Portland cement. So 1.5 cups, and that's going to make your mud. And then you fill it in the bucket halfway, and that's where you get your mud. All right, so what we're doing now is we're taking Portland cement, and we need 4 of these full in here for the mud. So we got 4 quarts or 4 liters in a Portland cement in each bucket. Now you're going to take 1. We got 1.5 in each bucket, and then you mix it up. Figures I run out, right? Now to mix.
Try not to splash it everywhere.
Now you can see this is the four pints of Portland cement and the 1.5 pints of the milk, and now we're gonna fill this halfway with foam. There you go. You got 3 buckets of mud. Yeah, it takes a lot of these for that mesh. You gotta take this with your hands. You gotta spray this thing down. You gotta wet it, and then get it wet, a little coat on it, and then wrap that stuff over it, and then put some on the outside, and just work your way all the way down. You do it on the inside, remember?